Hi, I'm Miranda Barkho, and I will be interviewing Sarah Stevens on people who use prescription drugs for academic privileges. What do you think about people using prescribed medication for academic use? Keep in mind that these people don't actually need it.
I see it as a way of cheating, kind of. People who are trying to find an easy way out, basically. When you are at a university, like you need time to, dedicate time for your studying. And people who take drugs to help them focus are usually lazier, and then they tend to cram a lot as they just study like the night before the exam. So they're not really learning, they're just
Mm-hmm.
remembering for the moment that they need to.
Okay. Do you think that people who take those prescription drugs will more likely benefit from them, or will the drugs impact them negatively?
Yeah, they will be impacted in a negative aspect because they will tend to be more dependent on that drug. So if they don't have access to the drug, what's going to happen to them? Are they going to be able to study? Are they going to flunk their test? It's sort of going like to cripple their studying habits. So sometimes drugs don't work well with your body. It could actually end up like having reverse effects on you. So, sometimes something that's supposed to help you stay focused can act as a depressant and it can slow you down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that people who are taking these medications who make it into a professional grad school deserve it?
Not really, no, because studying is kind of like a sacrifice, in my opinion. You're taking time out of your day instead of going out, to hang out with your friends. You're staying home and you're trying to learn curriculum that's going to help you in the long run. People who study on a everyday basis tend to remember things better than those who, just cram the night before their exam. So they work harder, but they have to compete with people who don't work nearly as hard as they do. So I don't think people who have to take something to pass a test deserve to go to a grad school level. I don't think they can handle it.
Mm-hmm. What would you say is a disadvantage to take the drug even if it's helping you improve your grade?
Yeah, it might be helping your grade, but in the long run, everything that you've learned won't stick in your head the way that, it should. Because when you study in a cramming method, you're just going to remember it for the time being, like for just taking the exam. And after you take the exam, everything that you learned is just going to go, in the back of your head. But if
Mm-hmm.
you study every day, you're more likely to remember everything, even after the exam.
All right. Who do you think will be more successful in the long run? The people who take the medication or the people who don't?
Well, obviously the people who don't, because, like I said before, they remember everything, and they know what they're doing more than the people who basically the people who take drugs. It's kind of like a learning process again because they didn't learn the first time; they have to relearn everything. But yeah, I mean, I think it's better if you just learn naturally versus having to take a supplement to help you learn.
Mm-hmm. Why would you think someone would give them the medication in the first place?
For money, self benefit. You can make so much money from selling drugs like that. It's like each pill is probably like $50 or something. But yeah, sometimes friends give them out, to help each other out. But most of the time, it's to make money.
Mm-hmm. If someone came to you for advice and they were deciding whether to take them or not, what would you tell them?
Honestly, don't even take it. Try to manage your time better because in the future, you're going to thank yourself. From not having to depend on something, you're going to prevent yourself from being an addict in the future. Don't let yourself learn having a bad habit of needing to depend on something to get you through things, like to get you through the day, to get you to pass a test. Learn to build your own self esteem. Don't sell yourself short. That's the best advice I can give.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.